nice and... Welcome back to the yak. Today I'm going to make bush tucker duck and some nice sauce to go with it. I think Davison plum, honey and rum, spiced rum sauce, and I've used some beautiful spice rub, Aussie spice rub, bush tucker from my dilly bag, and it's beautiful. It's like almost Cajun-y in flavour, but it's got all sorts of lovely Aussie ingredients in there, and it's been marinating on the duck already, so it's ready to go. And I've got the finger lime out of the garden. I think we'll hop straight into it. So with duck, I've scored the fat, and you don't want it in a scorching hot pan, otherwise it'll contract. So that's like medium. I'm just going to let that fat render out. So while that's chilling out in there, or crisping up and rendering, I shouldn't say chilling, I've been out foraging. So I've got some native hibiscus or cotton tree flower. That's really nice and edible. And some Warrigal greens. I think they're called New Zealand spinach as well. Very beautiful little bush tucker, and they've got little yellow flowers. I did have plans to do an offshore sort of cook up, but did myself a mischief and got hit by a rogue wave and lost one of my cameras, so I'm down to one camera again, and that's okay. That's nature for you. The old forecast said small, but I copped the rogue wave that just hemming me, and I haven't got any footage. The only footage is on the other camera, and that'll be the crowds will be playing around with that. So anyway, that's why I'm in the river. Right, so while that's rendering, I'll get on to the cutting up the finger lime. So that's going to press up against that flesh when I flip it over and infuse in the flesh with the other spices as well. So from the garden, nice big one, beautiful. Save that for garnish. Check that duck's going alright. This one was a low flying one, I managed to get him. Around fishing, fish aren't biting, so time for a bit of a cook up, eh? Those Warrigal greens are beautiful, and they're found up and down the coast here. Nice bit of minerals and fibre, good for you. Bit like a duck a l'orange, duck a la finger lime. So that's a mellow, mellowly cooking off, rendering down all that fat. You can hang on to that fat and have duck fat potatoes or sweet potatoes. Let's have a look at that, see how that's going. Oh, that's ready to go, I reckon. Again, you want duck flushing, so medium to medium rare. It's going to get a little bit crispy if they stay on the bottom, so I'll put them on top. But that lime flavours helping with that sauce. I'll just cook that for another 3 minutes or so. Alright, so it's had about 3 minutes on the skin, 3 minutes on the flesh, a little bit over. And I'll just rest that here. And I'll tip off a little bit of that excess fat. And we'll go in with these Warrigal greens just quickly. I'm just going to crisp these greens up a little bit. They're quite salty, so you don't really need to add any salt or pepper to them. They're going to pick up some of that flavour of the duck anyway, so that's going to be beautiful. Literally just like spinach. That will do it. I might keep this raw just because it looks pretty. There's lots of flavour in there, so I want to keep that. So Davison plum. Let's get this going on here. This is scorching, so I'm just taking off the heat a little bit. Beauty. Yum. But now, a little bit of spiced rum. Stand back a bit, Bob. So we'll burn that alcohol off. Whoop, quick one for me. Yes, right. So, let's reduce that down. That alcohol should burn off in a minute. Going to put a little bit of honey in there. So this is a local honey, so all the bees are been getting all that indigenous pollen and nectar from all the local flowers. So you got Melaleuca, Callistemon, Banksia. Nice. So what I'm going to do, I think, I'll just pop the duck back in, give it a baste, so I don't overdo it with the sauce. Just resting dishes back in. There you have it, I reckon. I'll turn that off if I can figure it out. And a little bit of bush tucker duck. Davison plum and honey rum sauce. Spiced rum. I mean, it just rounds off the sauce. You don't have to do it, of course. There goes the duck now. Cheeky fella. But yeah, it's, the duck's the star of the show. Warrigal greens are complementing it. Place that down. I'm going to put a little bit of sauce on top. Look at that. Beautiful tartness. Davison plum. Finger lime. Just a little bit of honey in there just to give it a bit of warmth. That spiced rum. Just to round it all off and bring it together. A little bit of finger lime. Fresh finger lime on top. Lime caviar there, and it's ready to go. Alright, I'll carve up and taste. I'll get back to you. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that. So it's blushing, it's rested, all the juices have retracted back into the flesh. Nice and succulent. Sauce on top. Yummy, jammy goodness. Touch more of these. Ooh, caviar hits the citrus. Ooh, here we go. That's so good, if I don't say so myself. I mean, the ingredients do all the talking. It's like a Christmas ham. Those spices are beautiful, the Aussie ones. So good. It's got that Tasmanian mountain pepper in it. Here we go with the Warrigal greens. Simple, just like spinach. Put a little bit of finger lime on it. So good. Have a petal off this. Even the flavour's nice. There you have it, bush tucker duck on the yak. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.